Hi, good afternoon.
Could you just give us an update on any injuries ahead of Man City?
Yeah, Sanchez is injury, and Katkar is out too. And it's okay, it's fine. It's the two players we have out.
Any update on Troy Deeney? How close he is?
Ah, yes, good. So, sorry. Yeah, I admit weeks ago that Dini is injury too. No, I'm going to wait more for Dini. Yeah, more weeks. Yeah.
Welcome back to Watford.
Thank you very much.
It seems that looking at the team, the talent is there, but perhaps mentally
Yeah.
the players have struggled. So how do you go about changing their mentality?
I think when you are in the bottom of the table league, of course, the mentality is a little struggle, but we need time. We need. I think the behavior and the performance of the players in the training ground is amazing. They look really positive. They look really positive. I think we need good results just to change the last bit, but I think we are really positive, and on the way they understand everything, on the way they played the last match. Of course, every single match is different, and really positive.
Have you spoken to the team psychologist at all about their mentality?
It's not necessary because I feel them happy, I feel them positive, I feel them confidence on the way they train, with the energy they are using, and I know they look fit. And now I think after the last match, I think they got a lot of confidence for the next match. So of course we know that it will be really tough, but sometimes it's necessary to talk about the players. Just train and train hard and try to be the best.
Being a manager in the Premier League is a tough business. Managers, only a few matches away from being sacked.
Yeah.
Have you been given any indication about how long you will have to improve this team?
We need to use time match by match, game by game, week by week. We don't have time too much. We don't have time to think about forward too much because the necessities is really is right now. Is the next result? Is the next opponent? This is what we need to do. So we don't need to plan too much. So we plan a lot, but just weekly, because it's the only way we can do something interesting. Yeah.
So, what's your priority?
My priority basically is try to find some style for us. I respect every single style of the coach. Was once you are leading some team, you want to take your keys, or you want to try to establish some orders or organization. So this is what they want, but. Of course, I don't want to use the word time because time in football is very weak. So I prefer to work realistic way and just thinking that the time flies and we need to play really in 2 days.
And I know you watch basketball.
Yeah.
You would have seen the NBA Finals with the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
Surprise win.
Yeah.
Did you take anything from that defensively? Did you take any tips from what they did?
Well, the different sports you can take different things. Obviously, there are in basketball there are a lot of good leaders like Phil Jackson, like Daly. You have a lot of good leaders around the world when they were coaching and everything. But all the sport they are different. So basketball also is very different, but of course, now Spain is the new world champions in basketball. Also, we have amazing coach also with Escariolo, and of course sometimes in interviews they say very interesting things, and you can keep for because finally it's a collective sport. It's different rules, but collective sports, leading players, and sometimes you need to take very interesting things.
Man City, the next opposition, they proved in their last Premier League match that they are human, maybe undergoing some defensive issues. Is this the best time for you to take points from the Premier League champions?
For us, when we are preparing a match during the week, we are not thinking about how tough it is or not, because for us, every single match is very, very tough. We don't believe in the weakest teams. I think every single team now in Premier League, in Spanish, in Italy, is very tough. So we are preparing the match thinking about our possibilities, how we can do, how we can try to manage, how we can hold this kind of circumstance we are going to find in the match. Always positive, thinking about, of course, how tough they are and how many skills and abilities they have. The players they have also, but it's in football, in life, anything is everything is possible.
And how much are you looking forward to playing against Pep Guardiola?
Yeah.
Manager that you've beaten before when you was at Atletico, you was at Barcelona?
A long time ago. I don't play against Pep. Yeah, for different reasons. We're always switching. See, when he's in some place and another place. But it's a good guy. He's a good guy. When we were playing Atletico Madrid and he was coaching Atletico Madrid, he was coaching Barcelona. We meet after in the office of the Pep after one match in the Camp Nou, and we're talking about. He was very recently in Barcelona, maybe it's the second year, like a professional coach, Pep, but the ideas of Pep was really clear. So you can imagine that moment when you meet with him, he could be a very good professional, very good coach.
He's done okay.
Yeah, it's still very good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Quique,
Hi.
How much confidence does it give you being able to see your team come back against a side like Arsenal?
I like it. I like it. All of us, we have a good feelings. That's why. But we don't need to go too much around this match because the next one should be completely different. So we don't need to pass full days saying, how many shots, how many attempts, how we play really well and everything. It's not time for that. It's time to be realistic, to know that we have to change the dynamic. This is just first step. We need to try to keep strong, to try to change them for the next step, even knowing that the opponents, they are really tough and it's difficult.
Whenever there's a change of manager, it feels like players, they're trying very hard to impress their manager and to get their chance. Does it feel like the players are trying their hardest to impress you now?
They gave all the best and they try a lot. And even the atmosphere was amazing. I think one team is improving or when the team is taking different steps. It's not just about the players, it's not just about the coach, it's about the fans, it's about this kind of involvement when everyone think about the same. It's very necessary. And what I felt in the last match is we have one. All of us, we are adding like one. And it's very, very important.
Can I just check, was it Ismaila Sarr you said was not going to be available for the weekend?
Excuse me?
Ismaila Sarr, did you say he wasn't going to be available?
Yeah, it's Sanchez.
Well, I wanted to ask about Ismaila Sarr. We've only seen a little bit of him in the Premier League so far, but from what you've seen of him so far, what can fans expect from him?
Yeah, he's a really young player, so we need to be patient. Patience. We need to be patient with this player. So we need to give support for the player. But the skill, he's really fast and skilled and he's very modern forward. It's in these times he's really good for football because he's really fast. But I think little by little with him, he need to understand. Even with the language, he's just French, so Capoue is making the translator every time. So we say like a big circle we have around him, but we need to care about him. Thank you very much.
Hey, where are you going? Click here for more videos.